Hello. Hi. Hi. My name is Chris Farrow. Welcome to my channel. Let me get closer to my mic. Where today I will be talking all the things about 90 Day Fiance. We have uh, basically the before the 90 Day Tell All Part 2 to talk about, as well as Toe. And seems like this week we're going to premiere a brand new season of regular 90 Day. So it's just a lot happening, and that's just, and also in the world, Love After Lockup is happening. So truly, where to start and how to end. Hi, how are you all? Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is secure, safe, peaceful where you guys are. Happy Sky. Hi. Um, so what else? So in the Docu-Sweeties world, the podcast I do with Wah, we've individually followed, obviously, and done episode recaps of Toe and Before the 90 Days. And we're going to continue with the new season of 90 Day Fiance, regular 90 Day Fiance, as well as the Love After Lockup that we're doing. So right now, we just finished Love During Lockup. Now Love After Lockup is happening in episode maybe 3 of season 5. Keeping, the Love After Love During Lockups is like a whole other world in their seasons and their numbers. It's like a truly it's a shit show. But having said that, so if who here is watching Love After, Love During, Love Lockup, the world? In my own YouTube life, I used to do it like years and years ago. And then what happened was I started to feel bad doing it because Tracy died. And when Tracy died, I was like, I feel very privileged. What am I doing? Like talking about people that, like might not have all the consent or the like ability to make the best choices, because Love After Lockup and Love During Lockup, you can have people who are addicts who are on a television show, and that television show is giving them the means to like do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Which doesn't feel that way as much on 90 Day Fiance. Yes, maybe they are addicts, but like, Ed obviously wants fame, or Angela too. I mean, maybe it's all the same in how do I even tell the line? But basically, obviously, I didn't want to talk about it so much because I'm so grateful for like never having any sort of insecurity when it comes to basics. Like I'm the opposite of someone who's ever had food insecurity. I've been too secure with food. No, you know what I'm saying? Like I never had housing insecurity. I'm in my dad's house now, and if you're on YouTube, I have my own apartment, like it's just whatever. Like I couldn't be more like thankful for that. And so anyway, God bless. But because it's the same producers at 90 Day Fiance, people were like, why aren't you doing the show anymore? And when we did the podcast, Wa was doing it. And I was like, and she had been following it. And I was like, okay, I'll get back in. And truthfully, you just have to like, I guess, have some sort of like understanding that people are people, and definitely people on that show could be showing things. And now it happened again. So in the Love After Lockup world, from last season, Love During Lockup, there was a couple, Renika and Asante, okay? And Renika is like this incredibly fun, charming, I mean like very great personality, like very fun personality. She has that southern accent that does that thing where you ask a question, when you come back now, which I love. Like that thing is like that. I mean, obviously that could be like skewed as just like Southern Black lady talk, of course. But it's like specifically it's music to my ears, that kind of like up and down roller coaster. It sounds kind of, in the same way like a melody ride of a roller coaster up and down. Irish people do it too, but like that kind of Southern thing that just makes me so happy. She does it so much, and it's just like so natural to her. So anyway, we call her Nika. Nika's person is no longer on this earth, and he filmed 2 seasons. Okay, it happened again. If you know what I mean, like that's just a whole thing, So let's just see, where are you guys? No, no one's watching. So funny. I feel like YouTube asked me to do Love After Lockup, and now everyone's like, but aren't you doing Love is Blind? Everyone loves Love is Blind. Is it like that thing, by the way? Hi everyone. You know how this is my train of thought. You know how, have you heard that the way to make a very popular and successful website is just to have like two O's in it, like Goop or Google or, like Yahoo or whatever. There's like a bunch of them. What if the way to make a like popular trashy television shows, you have to have the word love in it? Love during love is blind. It's just so. Okay, so I'm way behind every show. So basically it happened again. Asante's no longer on this earth. He got in a car accident. We're seeing this person on TV. It's a little bit, not the funnest to talk about, but Juan and I like do the best we can. But on that show, there's this person we just got introduced to named Joy Nomi, who is Navajo Native American. And she's been dating this guy like in the pen, like named Red or whatever. And she is she's obviously a person going through some insecurity issues, but she just says things in her, she just says things, that's my Zoom, that's my, by the way, alarm being like, do a Zoom. She just says things without a self-consciousness that makes her perfect for TV. So all this to say, Love After Lockup is definitely is definitely watchable. However, everyone is like telling me about Love is Blind, and I have not watched any of it this season. Everyone loves it. So besides Amy, who here? Oh no, Suman. People are whatever. People are telling me to watch it though. I'm all game for the Golden Bachelor. Hi. Drop, but Stimes, listen to the podcast. I love you so much. Hi Chris. Hi. Okay, so is no love this season. Okay, so thanks, Sarah. My dad and I watched a little bit of Golden Bachelor. So my dad is like, Golden Bachelor territory, and he's kind of like a Golden Bachelor because he's a bachelor and he's like, made from gold. Ha 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 ha. No, but it was funny watching it with him. I liked watching it. He just does not like that Bachelor. I don't think he relates to the Bachelor. I think the Bachelor is a nice enough, very little softer gentleman has gotten plastic surgery, and which is great for him and not only me, but my dad is just like, what? I do want to watch it with him. So half of me was like, oh, I'd love to do recaps with my dad. But if I was to be very honest with you, I don't think my dad is live stream material. I would be so anxious for his opinions on like that. I think that he's better suited for filming and then me being able to edit. But that would require so much work. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like I recognize it'd be a great thing, but like, yeah, I don't know if he liked that like motorcycle woman, but he likes this one. There was like this one blonde lady that he liked, and he likes this one black lady that has like the haircut. There's like this little bob. He finds her. He finds this one blonde lady, and I forgot which one it is. That she has an also a hairpiece wig, but it's like he said that I think that she either gets drunk throughout the night, maybe she looks different because I can't quite tell which one she is from the other. But there's two nice black ladies. One looks like Iyanla, and one is this other one that my dad has a crush on. Kind of. I mean, whatever. I'm not, not gonna speak for him, but I think the ones that he was like, well, if I was here, these are who my picks would be. Okay. Hey, Chris, I can't get past her not telling the biological father or pawning the ring. Shake my head. What if I thought that what if I, by the way, thought this entire time that SMH was shake my hand on the internet? You're like, shake my head. No, I want to talk about that too. Oh, yay! Anna, yay! I know. I'm so happy to see you. And then hello, Renee enters the chat. Okay. I'm in the middle, and then I'm late. I'm in the middle of watching Tal right at Holly's wedding. Okay, great. So, yeah, of Joy Nomi. She says so many crazy things in the beginning exploratory part of her. I mean, this is her first episode. We're 3 episodes in. She says so many banana things that you're like, fuck you, producers. Fine, I'm in. Like, it's that kind of thing. This is what she says. She says, that she's only ever had one night stands, that she's never had a sexual relationship. Sorry. Okay, so basically, I was got a funny text, but and I should have not have answered it. It just got so loud. Okay, basically, she says that, which is very sad, and she says the following things. She only really dates online. Her thing is that she dates online, has multiple people she talks to, so that she can just kind of wake up in the morning with like various good morning texts and like have that be a thing. So I think that in itself would be like enough. But then she goes on to say the following things. She's been dating this guy for like 7 to 10 years off and on. We see her with a child, and later on it's revealed that the child is someone that she had another one night stand with, like not like a whatever, and not that, I mean, I don't know how I thought she would have God damn it, just shut up. That's my own fault. Okay. My mind, I was like, oh, did she have a conjugal visit with Red? Like, are they married? Like, how did she because Red is, like, it looks like Red is like, Black American, and she's obviously Navajo. And so when we see this child, we're like, oh, that's Red's child, but it's not Red's child. It's a child that she had with someone else that she had, like, she cheated on Red with and made a baby with on one night stand baby. And then the kicker that, they talk about is that she just didn't tell the guy. Now, there's no other information given. No other information given. So, like, can she tell the person? Does she know the person? Like, what was the atmosphere in such a way? Like, who is that person, and how is that? So, I don't know. That part is devastating. And whether she doesn't give it more information because she can tell that it's like a really bad decision. It's a bad decision if she knows the person, right? Like, if it's a person that she knows and she just didn't want to tell that person, it's truly, I mean, it's like a human error that is like almost unforgivable, because it denotes a lack of like wherewithal that someone else made a baby on this earth and that person should know. Now, if it's because she doesn't feel safe with that person, or she does not know how to get in touch with that person or who that person is in any way or whatever, like, that would be another bit of information that we were not given, so that's devastating. We meet various other women that are sisters in her life that like hear this and, say certain things like Red's never seen her in real life and we don't know what that's going to be like. And she's deeply, if I haven't said this already, deeply insecure. And I think it also has to do like with the way that she looks. And I say that in her unwillingness to be able to connect, I think, face to face. There's all the red flags we see of like her also making this child that we realize is not Red's child call Red daddy. Specifically, also, this child does not know this child's father and seemingly will never know. Horrifying. So now we're like, fuck, Joy Nomi. Fuck, no, Joy Nomi. You gotta change your name, babe, because there's no joy in here. And this is like, and there's all these women around, and you just are kind of like, you really need, like, is there a grandmother or someone? Is there like kind of matriarchal force that is a little bitchy or whatever that can sit her down and be like, no, fuck no. Let's get your fucking shit together. There seems to be a lack of anyone to tell her to her face what's up for all those sisters. And I say that as an only child in the sense of when you have so many women, I mean, like at least she has four sisters, right? I mean, right? Not one of those women is going to like tell her the fuck. I'm just so surprised. Hey, going to get a virtual hug. When are you going to go do a live with Wah? I know. We should do that again. Well, we did one last night for Patreon only, but you know what? We should do one on one of our channels. Wah's channel, YouTube channel is even she has to get back on her YouTube. Maybe I'll make her do a YouTube live on her channel. Then I'll jump on because I feel like I need her to like get back to it. In 18 years, a child will be at this guy's doorstep. Oh, God bless. Not to mention that's lying to the child as well and can cause him to feel resentment towards her should he ever find out. Should he ever find out? She has national television. He's going to find out, like the minute he's in school. If he's not, I mean, she already said it on the only reason why the baby doesn't know now is the baby is baby. Doesn't read, doesn't hear things, doesn't know English yet, or I don't know, knows English enough to know. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like obviously overwhelmed by it, but yeah, like it's horrifying. No woman in her life to be like, bitch, you don't got it right. Like, no, this is not how you live. This is not right. Like this child, but I mean, I'm surprised by that. No one to be like, stop giving this man your money. And what I'm about to say is, I mean, for some reason, denotes the level of just not giving a fucking priorities, where she needs to send him $500 but does not have $500. And so her remedy is she goes to a pawn shop where she pawns jewelry her grandmother gave her. So obviously now, maybe I answer my own question. Maybe the matriarch in her family was her grandmother, the only woman that had any goddamn sense in this family. And obviously, to be doing this woman is no longer on this earth. Did this woman pass with all the wisdom in this family? And now what we have is a Joy Nomi going to a pawn shop and pawning her grandmother's like antique turquoise Navajo cultural jewelry, silver jewelry. She pawns jewelry. She pawns like textiles, woven textiles, like, I know that sounds so museum-y for me to say. It's like a blanket. It feels like there's a blanket and like a bowl basket, a basket bowl, kind of woven textile. She just gives it all to this woman and is like, I need 500. And the woman's like, okay, we'll see. Okay, yeah, 500. She said she's given Red $40,000 while he's in prison over the years. For what? Top ramen? I mean, like, is it 40,000 for a lawyer? Is it 40,000 for top ramen over the years? If you need to pawn things for $500 and you have a child, don't give it away. What she's giving away to compensate for what she feels like she lacks is overwhelming. It's something I feel like you see a lot in 90 Day Fiance and Love After Lockup, which is just this deep hatred and insecurity of someone who then tries to overcompensate in other ways to prove their value and keep that person around. Often money, but service or time or, but money is a big one. Gifts. Like, what can you do to keep someone around and interested in you? And do you tell yourself that they're around for you and the gifts and the money are just like your love language, or do you secretly know that the minute that the gifts and money stop, you are of no value because you've made it so in your mind and or in their mind that is where it lies? I don't know. Hello from a castle in Edinburgh. Oh, honey, say hi to Statler, say hi to Dempsey. I'm just kidding. But I'm so happy. Like, do you have breakfast in the morning, babe? Are they giving you little scones? I'm so jealous. Also, Shay, can you like give us a picture somewhere? Can you go to Vanity Fair and like post a picture? Sorry, I'd make you do work, but I'm just wondering. Barb, what did you say? Okay, so oh, that's what you said when he finds out. Okay, I got that already. And then Lisa, a friend of mine just found out that the father she thought was her father biologically. Wait, a friend of mine just found out that the father she thought was her father biologically. She only found out through DNA testing. I can't talk. Everyone has passed, so now she has no way to get answers. Kerry Washington just said that she found out. No, I'm so sorry. That's a big lie. Kerry Washington wrote a book. And in the book, she talks about when she found out that her father wasn't her biological father. And in a bunch of other things in the book. I think she dealt with like an ED and stuff like that. I mean, I just don't like, God bless, God bless. I can't imagine. Do you guys think Hugh Jackman will marry some young lady? Oh, right out of the blue. I love you, Shay. Shay, have you, I don't know, I've been thinking about that too. No, I think he's going to marry not a young lady. Fill in the blank. Oh my God, at Lisa, Family Secrets, huh? Yes, amazing breakfast. Okay. I don't know. So yeah, so that's the Joy Nomi thing is like the biggest thing that like that's happening in the Love After Lockup world. Everyone's just like, how could you be doing that? So basically, the Tell All Part 2 happened before the 90 day, and I feel like are people talking about that? Are people like it, it's so funny because to do. Can you believe it? I did a little research to try and get prepared for this live because the Tell All obviously aired I'm sorry, it's Tuesday now. Aired Sunday. It's Tuesday right now. Monday night last night, Toe aired. And because usually during the tell-alls, there is like some drama that happens on Instagram, whether it's fake or real. It's timed so perfectly. So I went through like all of my, rags to see if there was like any like good goss for you guys. And there's really not. Like, there's really not. Like we've been knowing that Jasmine's in America. We've been knowing. Christian said that, Cleo came to America. We've been knowing that. They're still together, Like they kind of like went down the line, whether like Razvan's actually made it to America. Not yet, supposedly. I mean, I don't know yet. I've been looking at Reddit for you. And is anyone else in Reddit, by the way? I think that Renee is. That's how Renee sometimes tells me things. So you guys tell me now too. What I'm trying to tell you is I did my little research and there's not a lot of like unknown drama outside the thing. Chris, are those clothes an external closet? For my dad, yes. My dad has more clothes than like Cher from Clueless. Like he has so many clothes. Talk about a Golden Bachelor. I mean, Golden Bachelor with literally those gold blazers on. You know what I'm saying? That are behind me. But no, the room I'm in right now is like a third bedroom that has been now taken over by his clothes and my Peloton that I only sometimes use. But it has this light pouring in from the window. So like I use it just because of that when I'm lazy and don't want like bad lighting. But basically, like the biggest things from the tell-all are me liking Riley. Like I didn't like Riley the entire season. I was like Team Violet 100%. I thought she was like a fab, Wonder Woman. And now I'm kind of like, and he had such good one-liners. Now I'm not saying I'm not saying I like Riley like where I can hang my hat on him, but he definitely feels not like so like a pushover, like a whiny little like pushover. And Violet, seems bananaramas. Jasmine was like a whole different person. I mean, that person, she scares the hell out of me. I don't know what to tell you. I can't even really talk about her because like she scares me. Her personality scares me. And like, I almost don't want to talk about her because what if I ever meet her? What if she for some reason hears me? I'm scared of her. So that, I don't understand Misha and Nicola at all. And it's starting to make me distrust Misha. Because I'm kind of like, what, girl, what? What? Come on. Come on. Lady to lady. The fuck's up? Because Misha doesn't present like Joy Nomi. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say, oh, because Misha is quote unquote, like actively going towards a beauty aesthetic in a way that Joy Nomi isn't. It just feels like through a seasonedness and through having accomplished a career and through like having raised the way that she talks, Misha does seem like there is a lot of consideration and thought and within an intellect within her. And I also see someone who maybe is even fighting that in a patriarchal religious way, in a kind of Handmaid's Tale way, because of whatever she's going through. But I can see her mind working, and I know through the way that she speaks that she has a certain amount of like wisdom to her. So how I can like remedy that with like seeing her be with like Nicola, who like doesn't know shit and thinks he knows everything, and knowing again that like he's gonna come over and like be with her daughters who are need to be protected. Like what? That part is confusing, cumbersome. I think the Christian proposal was fake. Me too. Is your dad single now or dating someone? I think he's dating someone. Some people. He's dating people, I guess. I think David working 85 to 90 hours a week is definitely commendable, but how much longer can he keep that up? I think that's a beautiful sentiment. We can talk about that. I have a legit non-judgmental question. So a blef is supposed to make you look younger and less tired, but I don't think it did that for Jasmine, but the opposite. People are saying a lot of like, yeah. I mean, like those blefs, like that's like, I don't think I've done enough. I don't think I know enough about the surgery to understand. Like, I feel like, sorry, let me finish the sentence. Blefs came on the scene and we had just started to get my mind around the buccal fat removal surgery, It feels like there's suddenly all these, buccal fat where it was like, they take out fat here. That is supposed to make you also look real aged. In a way to give you high cheekbones without adding so much filler, right? Because like I think it's like but the buccal, I can't even say the buccal fat thing must be because, okay, you know how Shekinah has a look, and if you look at Shekinah's face in Millionaire Matchmaker and Shekinah now, you can see, I can allegedly say this, that she has gotten filler in her cheeks to make it look like she has really high cheekbones. It's like kind of like cut model finish. And if you do it with the fillers, you can get like a pillowy kind of face. And the other way to, I guess, do it is if you then just also, or maybe it's a version of both, just suck out the fat. And if you suck out the fat and put a little, then you're going to have like Bananarama's cheekbones. I will tell you this. Look at my face. My face is not symmetrical for the following reasons. This side has a little more fat right now. This side's a little smaller. You can see how in my face, this one looks like I have less fat or a little higher cheekbone. It's only because there's more fat in this cheek. And if I had taken that, if I was just gonna, I don't know. I mean, this is where the sad thing is. For a lot of like actresses, right? If you're going to be on a TV where it's like, this is what you're seeing, they're going to hyper look at your face and the symmetry of your face. And then what happens is everything becomes about to make things like the diagram of or whatever it is. And so you do plastic surgery and then you have to like and then it settles and then you have to go back and tinker and make sure that that's symmetrical. And then there's just like this thing. The fillers are one thing, facelifts and all of that is another thing. And so all of it is like a, a tinkering in a lab. And it's like, also, yeah, I mean, in my mind, I'm like, how do you do it? You only get to really do it once or twice with the best surgeon ever who like I think has one singular vision and then hopefully that's it and you believe that person because also but I think what also happens if you go to multiple people keep seeing something different and they're making it this and the other person goes back and then sees it like this. It's like I don't even know how you would do it. You'd have to find one person that you believe, have them tell you what their micro tweaks are and then look at it and be like, do you agree? Maybe Misha's ex-husband is super hot, so she is rethinking her priorities or selecting a guy completely opposite of her ex. I mean, doesn't that, I mean, Renee, I would love to know that. Yes, yes. I love David and Sheila. I was actually crying when they said goodbye to each other. I have to admit, I was not sure about Sheila at first. I know. It's the Bratz doll makeover. Don't kill me now. No, I know. Jasmine and her Punani surgery was weird. Now Gio says they can't even have sex. I mean, with her, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Like, everything. I can't get over the fact that I think that she allegedly has like a hardcore personality disorder, right? Whether it's like I can't, I'm not a doctor, but because of that, everything now becomes like a loud screaming symptom of that. The intense plastic surgery and the over exposing of her like sexual, she's just always talking about sex. Ooh. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why I'm like such a waspy, like New England, like country club queen, but I'm just like, I just can't, I just like cannot have like so much vulgarity in my face anymore. Like, I don't know. I've turned a leaf. Like, so much of like the pop culture, Kardashians and everything is just so, I mean, like, it's just so, became so sex forward that it's like, I don't want to know about it. I don't care to know about it. And just like the laugh, the eyes of her talking about it, her like screaming laugh, hyena laugh, talking about this shit is like, it does something to my soul where I like want to run away from it. Like I'm like, it's like, well, I've already said she scares me. Intermittent explosive disorder and histrionic personality disorder. And how come Jasmine didn't decide to do a last family dinner with the kids? She chose her ex instead. Ooh. I mean, she doesn't care, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, David and Sheila, we care about. We hope we see more David and Sheila. Violet coming to America and possibly Riley getting back together. That's bananas. I feel like him saying that was like led me to believe that they're going to be on another season. That and the pregnancy happening at the near end. My sleuthing says, what would you think if I gave you the proposition that all was manufactured for season 2 with them? And we're going to see more of his friend. She's a star. Hi, Chris. Hi, retired pro juggler. I dislike Riley so much that I enjoy all the hell that Violet gives him. I'm so sick of Riley crying endless about Violet on a dating app when they never met in person. Yep. That's how I felt the entire season. That's how I felt the entire season. I have to tell you, Violet did not have a good look on this season, on this tell-all. Like she, like was it that she didn't get to like be there in person? Was it the language barrier? She wasn't able to like really give us that like strong Violet kind of like this person's dumb kind of energy that I really stand with her. Instead, she looked sort of weak and confused and kind of like that she had lied. I don't know. But it is crazy telling that he's like, the door's always open for their reunion. I don't know. Amanda on this tell all was great for me. For me, great. For me, great because she I think was on the defensive so much because she knew how bad she looked, literally and physically, literally and figuratively. Sorry, literally and figuratively is what I want to say. But also, like, I didn't like her outfit. I think she didn't look great at the tell-all. She for some reason got Riley on her side. Riley like getting in his feelings and making it seem like Razvan lured a grieving widow to like bone her and then have her be like then put her on the curb is funny because it feels like we all watched that and none of us came off with that being our idea of what happened. All of us saw like a pouty pouts girl who decided to go there, complain about everything. He cried in front of her, and then when she thought she was going to leave him, she suddenly gets real clingy, called him not a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And I had to think that Riley just did that because she was the one there. And I said this on the podcast, so I'm so sorry. But Raz been wearing this like Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy shirt. Renee, you always thought Violet was shady? Yeah, Amanda. I want to know who Amanda's dating. Let me see if I can see that. Let me see if I can do that live with you. Amanda being like, I'm dating someone. Oh, great. Okay. I don't know if that's him, but put on her stories as someone named King Muse. God, I did a bad job. It's a filter. She put a Lil Wayne song on that. Did Amanda just put up a picture of her and her like one black friend and then put up like a Lil Wayne song during that picture? Doesn't that seem like something Amanda would do? Fried zodiac signs. Okay. Okay, here's a little something. This is her talking. Just a little FYI for people. When the tell-all was filmed, it had been about 10 months or so since Razvan and I had broken up. That being said, when I said I was kind of talking to someone, it meant that I was getting to know them on a more personal level, not that I was dating someone new. I am single. Oh. Okay, well. That's it. Okay, well, I mean, she really did answer that, though. Honey, if you ask and you shall receive. I don't know. What are you guys saying? How we feel about Rasvin? I don't know. I mean, I think that he was nice enough. Amanda's not for me. Nope. I thought she had a miscarriage or abortion. Violet, I didn't quite know what happened with that one. Okay, so basically, yeah. Basically, we'll see what happens with that. Toe happened, and I obviously keep TJ and Kimberly are well on their way to their wedding, which makes no sense for me. And Shekinah and Sarper have really taken over as being like the couple to like have a storyline. And it's this storyline where he is a brute, aggressive alpha, dumb male, and very controlling over her. And she's like allowing it. And we can only ascertain it's because that she is like not saying that she is like in full BDSM kinkness with him, and he's like the dom, and she's a sub. It's the only thing that makes sense for the relationship and the way that it transpires on TV. And I'm saying this with someone who's been in relationships, like, let's talk about this. The relationship of Shekinah and Sarper, for it to be happening and on TV in the way that it is, the only logical, to me, explanation is like 50 Shades of Grey shit. In 2023. You can't just have a man be like, bitch, I told you to be 128 and you're 132 in 2023 on TV without the consent of that this woman is willfully being controlled by this man and that she wants it. Right? You think that Rosman is phony and fake. A man is a monster, but I think he was a nice guy only because he was on camera. Great. He wants to be a celebrity. He was going to find a woman in the United States to help him, but it was backfired on him when he found Amanda, since she is a bitch. I do. I mean, yeah, listen. I do love that Amanda is a bitch. I love that Amanda's a bitch. And I think that I love Amanda and being a bitch is because she looks so, I think that guys look at her and think that she's going to be like a demure, delicate, whatever person. And she's not. She's like manipulative and kind of bratty. And it makes me, it's like the same thing of, a little bit like, there are gross men who like have yellow fever, who think that like being with an Asian woman means that they're going to be with like a submissive, like whatever lady that's just going to like do whatever they want. And like every Asian woman I've ever met is like incredibly strong and like strong-minded and willful. I mean, and like run shit. That it like LOLs so much because it's like, yeah, it's just that thing where it makes me happy to know that there will be some men that'll just judge they'll judge a book by a cover or think this and this, and then they won't do like the emotional work of actually sitting with that person and understanding their personality, because men are very visual creatures. And so I like everyone learning a lesson in life. I think that that's like the joy of watching like an arc or any sort of story, whether the hero is a hero or anti-hero. People gotta learn. People change from one place to the other. Thank you. So let's see. So yeah, I like want that to be said. Yeah, and then there's Marion Brandan. And the Marion Brandan story on Toe, I feel like there's something producer-wise that happened, because they were like it started, right? He gets there, they're like obsessed with each other, her friends, the Lolo and all of that. And then suddenly we take like a 3-month break. And in that 3-month break, we then go back and visit them, and it's a completely different couple. I mean, it's a completely different situation. And I don't understand why that break was taken, unless nothing happened that entire time, because it's now like season 2. It feels like a completely different season in the middle of the season. Because now Lolo's gone. She's pregnant. She hates him. He is in a depression and won't get out of bed. And now she wants him gone. And we have to sit through like the worst conversation to ever have of like, I don't care who you are and I don't care what age you are, to watch these two fucking fetuses have a conversation on how they can't get married, they shouldn't get married, they have to wait, make sure that they, do everything right because they can't rush into the marriage while she is baking their baby, and her stomach is like too much for us, right? We're so mad. We're like, fuck you, why didn't you think about this? And this is the question, like, this is what you should have said before you had the baby. You made no sense to us being like, I decided to want to have a baby, Mary, and then now be like pregnant and be like, fuck this asshole. Let's get rid of him. Which true, why is he like, it feels like he's going through pre-partum depression. I mean, Wa said he may be homesick. Probably. I mean, like these two people are again 2 years old, full of trauma, now in the middle of Philippines with no money and bringing another baby in here. Like, it's just, you want to wash your hands of them. You're just like, like no wonder Lolo's not there. Lolo must have known. Someone told Lolo, don't go back there. It's a fucking shit show. Everything that you wanted to have not happen happened. Oh, my dad got home. The money ran out. Whew. Go on, take the money and run. In real time, they have a baby. She was not faking. In real time, they have a baby. Oh, I see what you're saying. I feel like Mary's faking the pregnancy so he'll marry her. I don't know. She seems shady. She doesn't seem to want to marry him. We need more villainous women. Let's go, Amanda. Ooh, yeah. Villainous woman. Oh, I love that. One of my favorite, I did this like essay in high school or college. It was a deep dive into Lucrezia Borgia. It was called Lucrezia Borgia, Villainous or Victim. Whether she was her own villain or whether she was a victim of her family. The Borgias, right? Like her dad was a fucking pope. Her dad was a pope. They just kept fucking on the side and had all these like illegitimate children. And then because it was like such a political dynasty, like he just like made his like son Caesar like take over like the army and stuff like that. And she like just kept getting married to like different dignitaries, and then they just kept dying. It's great. Anyway, having said that, I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to do the breath with you and kind of get a little move on, because I'm afraid my dad's going to like come in here and I forgot to shut the door. Maybe he needs to do things. I love you guys so much though. Thank you for like spending any amount of time with me. But I don't forget if I say this, obviously, I have a Facebook group that's Vanity Farah. I have my Instagram and my whatever. I don't know. I'm not on Twitter. Who knows? That shit's dumb. But Vanity Fair exists on Facebook. I'm Chris L. Farah on Instagram. If you want to follow me there. If you like podcasts, your girl does Docu Sweeties with Wa. We are doing all the episodes, Docu Sweeties, wherever you listen to it. Also, Wa and I do live streams of our podcast. So, but that is under the Patreon. So we give that for $10 a month plus a live every month, which we did last night. Hi, Dad. Oh, look, my scar's doing much better. I've been taking care of that. I did get my La Roche-Posay cream. I posted that in Vanity Fair. Yeah, that's all the things. Okay, let's breathe. It's a beautiful day. Just taking everything out that doesn't serve us and bringing in, for me, like a lot of this like peace and compassion and just like stillness. I'm just doing stillness this week, honestly. I love you guys. How do I rate Docu Sweeties? I think on like on Apple Music, you just like give it 5 stars there. I don't know how you do on Spotify. He has a weird beard too. I don't know. God bless. You're distracted, but thank you for your life. No, I love you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Even though I can be a villainous woman. I love that. It's perfect for Halloween. Anyway, all right, my loves. Take care of yourselves and one another and stand up for what you believe and make art. And I will talk to you later. Bye.